Hey there, I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach, and this is your thought for the week. So, by definition, trust is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. As we think about this definition, it's easy to see that where there is trust, there is opportunity for connection, growth, compassion, and all manner of things that make life a beautiful experience. But here's the thing. When we look at trust simply as a belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength, blah, 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 we are leaving out one really important factor. That's the self. My mom always told us that you cannot love someone else until you first love yourself. And I'd say the same is true when it comes to trust. You cannot trust someone else until you first trust yourself. But let's face it, we are not taught to trust ourselves. We are not taught to lean in and trust that we have what it takes to make good decisions. More often than not, we receive silent and not so silent messages encouraging us to blame others, to make people work for connection, to beat ourselves up when things go awry, to live from a place of fear and or worry. This way of teaching and thinking prevents us from being able to trust ourselves as we move through life's ups and downs. I don't know about you, but I have a long list of stories where my ability to trust was fractured. Each story served as a brick that was added to what over time became an impenetrable wall. Along the way, not only did I stop trusting others, it became impossible for me to trust myself as I questioned everything and everyone to a point of exhaustion. I believed that it was up to others to repair those fractured places. In fact, a friend once told me that it was difficult to be my friend. Why? She said that every time she got close to me, it felt like I created a new obstacle course for her to move through to prove herself as a reliable friend. I was both dumbfounded by her statements and offended. I had always seen myself as a fantastic friend, reliable, compassionate, yada yada. It took me a long time to realize that her experience was not only valid, but true. As I began to understand myself more, I also realized that it was not for someone else to knock down a wall. The work was mine. Yes, I could get help along the way, but the heavy lifting was up to me. I had to be willing to look at those old stories in the eyes, to face them, and release their hold on me. And each time I did that, I removed a brick, and another, until I was able to reconnect to the truth of who I was and am, and create a firm belief in the reliability, trust, ability, and strength of myself. When it comes to resetting our ability to trust ourselves, here are a few things to keep in mind. Always keep your commitments to yourself. If you say you are going to do something for yourself, do it. Too often we set the intention to do something for ourselves and then excuse ourselves from it. But wouldn't we start to disconnect from someone else if they treated us that way? Commitment to self matters at least as much as the commitments we make to others. And in line with keeping those commitments to yourself is important to be consistent. If you say that you're going to start exercising regularly, do it. It's time to stop quitting on yourself. Finally, grace is a beautiful thing. So often we make a mistake or do something we're not excited about and we beat ourselves up. But I want you to always remember to ask yourself, would I talk to blank that way? And then fill in the blank with someone you care about. The answer is probably absolutely not. So if you wouldn't malign your loved one, why would you do it to yourself? Speak to yourself with kindness and care so you can more easily dust yourself off and get back at it when challenges come. Now, with all of that in mind, rebuilding inner trust is not an easy task. There's no formula that says A plus B times C plus X equals endless inner trust. It takes time, consistency, and practice. And while it is not always easy, it will always be worth it. Now, if you want to know more about inner trust or struggling to unlearn those messages that built that wall, message me, Sherry@SherrySamuels.com. I would love to support you as you rebuild, reframe, and recreate your authentic life. I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach, and this was your thought for the week. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure you're getting all of the weekly messages and more. You can also sign up for my weekly newsletter that gives you 4 tips to get and stay connected to your authentic voice. I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.